The March to Madness begins for prep basketball teams tonight. The high school season tips off with everyone eyeing the end goal of either the AA Straight Tournament in Rapid City, the A Tournament in Sioux Falls, or the B Boys in Aberdeen, or Girls B in Huron. The preseason favorite in Girls AA, O'Gorman, went a couple blocks down 41st to open their season at Roosevelt. In the first quarter, Emma Ronsick kicks out to Carly Kunkel Trebien from the corner as the Knights get out to the early lead. Ronsick was doing some good work of her own inside for Kent Colesrud. Off the pick and roll, she gets inside for the layup as the Knights build a 5-point lead. The Riders would defend their home court for a while. Look at Maya Rogenbach dribbling a defender out of her shoes and then kicking out to Tatum Koima for the three. She led Roosevelt with 13 points, and they're back within a point. However, too much Ronsick. She was good from beyond the arc as well, scoring 11 of her game-high 18 in the first quarter as O'Gorman gets the win, 53-40. Across town, third-ranked Lincoln welcoming in Watertown. We picked this one up in the first, and the visitors are off to a good start as Megan Fannin gets in and hits the runner to give the Arrows a 2-point lead a little bit later in the quarter. More good stuff for the purple and yellow as Megan Hegeland will come open off some nice passing and put that one down off glass as the Arrows take a 4-point lead. Excuse me. And then Lincoln would heat up from beyond the arc. It's Brooke Brown first dropping in a three to get him within one. And then in the second quarter, it's Lexi Hochstein with a three of her own as the Patriots take the lead. A good game throughout, but Lincoln gets the home victory, 53-44. Moving up Cliff Avenue, great game in Class A with second-ranked Lennox at fourth-ranked Sioux Falls Christian, and it's the home team getting out of the lead early. Courtney Kellenberger's stop and step-back jumper as the Chargers take a 2-point lead. A little bit later in the first quarter, Lennox with a couple of stars. They're ranked second in the state for a reason. Rihanna Philippi off a nice curl cuts the deficit down to within two in the first quarter. Still, it's Caitlin Pruis for the fourth-ranked Chargers. Catching and stepping up from the wing for three as her team built a 5-point lead, but Lennox would kind of slowly take control the rest of the way as Riley Peters nails a three of her own. This gave Lennox the lead, and Lennox would go on to get a nice win on the road, 55-44. The boys' game following that one up, the perennial power Chargers ranked second to start the season. Orioles getting some votes, though, and down 5 after 1 when Brock Anderson, the good pitcher. He pitches a nice one there as he spins and goes up strong. Lennox gets to within three. Speaking of three, check out Xavier Van Beek, just about NBA ranged, but the Chargers back up by 5. Lennox not going away, though. Riley Arlt will take it for the Orioles. Nice shot fake to get the man out of his shoes and get the jumper there from about the free throw line. But they could not stop the 6'7 junior Zach Whitty. He had 13 points in the first half and was doing stuff like this. Chargers get the victory by a final of 57-45. Just south in Harrisburg, the defending AA runner-up Tigers getting Western Christian out of Iowa. Pick it up in the first quarter. Carter Broke grabs the offensive rebound. Then nice moves behind the basket. Works for a three as the Wolfpack get out to a 5-point lead. Harrisburg has a couple of nice players back from last year's runner-up. One of them is Nick Hoyt. He answers with a baseline drive and layup to get his team back to within three. Now, it really looked like Western Christian was going to run away and hide in this thing. Off a miss, it's big 6'7 Jacob Viss running the court like a point guard. I think he wanted to dunk, but he'll have to settle for the layup as his team went up 15-5. However, all Harrisburg from there, our buddy Emmett Zor must have been a good luck charm for him tonight as Braden Phipps gets the rebound and put back, and Harrisburg rebounds and comes back to get the win, 66-55. College hoops, Jackrabbit men back at Frost Arena facing Southern. Nice pass from Mike Dom to Alex Arians. Jacks only up by 2 though early as Southern came to play, but they would start to pull away. David Jenkins Jr. from downtown, he had 22 points. The story, as usual, was Mr. Dom. He'll clean up a Skylar flat and miss and get a putback for 2 of his 42. He becomes the Summit League's all-time leading scorer in this game. And on the next offensive possession, Mr. Flatten, he's not going to miss. What you call high percentage. What you call a win for the Jacks. They win 101-92. A little less than 4 months after Josh Schneider's resignation, the University of Sioux Falls found his replacement as athletic director, not having to go too far, removing the interim tag from Pam Gohl and giving her the job full-time. Before spending the last 7 years in the USF athletic department, Gohl played basketball at Augustana and coached at Mankato, winning a D2 national title in 2009 and getting plenty of insight on how to run an athletic program. And the Gohl era begins today with a doubleheader in women's basketball as the USF team hosts Concordia St. Paul. We start with the 6-1 USF women. It's Anna Goodhope, the Washington alum, on the baseline. Just came back in from NDSU, gives the team a 2-point lead. She had 7 points and 12 rebounds. Then Gloria Malamba with a nice ball fake and put him off glass. She had 17 points. Concordia led for a little while in the first half, but the Cougars would eventually come back in the second. Here's Andy Mataloni for 3. Kaylee Hummel added 25 points as well. USF gets the win 83-74. In the men's game, the 6-1 Cougars taking the floor against former Coyote coach Joey James. Here's Aaron Rotherman from downtown as USF gets out to an 18-5 lead a little bit later in the first half. Justin Taylor, they're showing some good depth this year. A lot of new pieces, new players coming in every game, seemingly getting big lines. He had 16 points and 15 rebounds. USF up 13. Drew Giebert was the man, as usual for the Cougars. He had 28 points to lead all scorers, and Sioux Falls gets the win 91-81. Check out our website after the show. We'll have highlights from SMSU's doubleheader in Marshall with Mankato. We're back in one moment.